It's been 17 years since it was the year that Grand Theft Auto 4 came out. I especially know this since I remember being a child and watching my dad play this game around 2010, and I recently saw his Xbox 360 achievements a decade later, only to find out that me watching him play was his first and last time playing this game. He probably was one of those people that didn't like the driving. Anyways, GTA Vice City on my iPad was actually my first GTA game, but GTA 4 was the second one I played, and I know a lot of people treat it as being leagues better than GTA 5, or calling it underrated or underappreciated, which I do think it is underappreciated in some elements, but I don't necessarily agree with it being underrated and a lot better than GTA 5, as this game sold incredibly well, and if you go on the GTA subreddit, you will find a weekly post talking about how GTA 4 is this really niche underappreciated game, and how it's better than its sequel in every way. So while I don't necessarily agree with that, GTA 4 definitely has a lot of attributes that make it unique, such as the features like climbing, that should probably return for GTA 6. There's a lot of special things in this game that make it worth replaying. I think Niko Bellic is the best GTA protagonist out of all the games.
Niko Bellic!
And the story is definitely way better than GTA 5, as I found more interest in Niko's story. I also really enjoyed the dark color palette of this game, as the ugly unsaturated look kinda sets the tone of this game, along with the Liberty City theme that adds a lot to the atmosphere. I really think because of the dark color palette of this game, I've never decided to add any mods because of it. Mods that would drastically change the visuals of this game. It's as if this game has some sort of art style or something, I don't really know. I think it's very likely when GTA 6 comes out, there'll be comparisons to GTA 4 on how much darker and serious GTA 4 is.
All we've ever been is bitches, working for guineas, working for
When the exact same can be said for GTA 5 and any other GTA game really, the ugly feeling that GTA 4 has feels kinda unique to this game. But comparing the game to GTA 5's story, GTA 4 always felt like a much more serious game, and always had a much more interesting and engaging story, despite there still being comedy. Another factor is that GTA 5 also had a bunch of unrealistic set pieces that were really cool and fun to play, while GTA 4 didn't really have a lot of these. I think the one thing GTA 4 should be praised for the most is the insane amount of detail and underutilized mechanics that were really minor but were really cool additions to this game. This game was made in 2008 when games like Left 4 Dead added a lot of detail that was kinda pointless, such as the helicopter and water, which there's definitely a bunch of people who played this game and didn't know this was a thing. And also just being able to pick up stuff from bins like bricks, and being able to throw it at fat people. Now 2 of these things are kinda pointless, but they're still very cool. Which is kinda sad that these things didn't return with GTA 5 or Red Dead Redemption or Red Dead Redemption 2. But I guess I can see why Rockstar couldn't be bothered adding these in their new games. But these things should still definitely be appreciated, even if they're very minor things. And maybe GTA 6 will bring back these things, even though it's very unlikely they probably will. It's as if Rockstar really wanted to utilize the new capabilities from the Xbox 360 and PS3 by introducing new mechanics such as climbing and throwing stuff at fat people. Rockstar games always utilize the power of consoles to the maximum, and looking back it's still insane they got GTA 5 running on the Xbox 360 and PS3. I still forget how much detail GTA 4 has. Now with the story, I definitely think my favorite part was Niko, and I guess I won't spoil it if anyone new is watching.
Yes, it's nice to meet you.
Which you should play this game. But he's definitely my favorite protagonist in any GTA game, and for many others too. I think the story is much more focused in GTA 4 than GTA 5, since GTA 4 only focuses on one character, which is Niko Bellic, whose backstory is actually very interesting with the war, and they also somehow made his character feel very human. He's a broken character that they make you feel for, even if he's kind of I also feel like the side characters such as Lil Jacob and Paki were very entertaining characters, and are actually my favorite side characters out of any GTA game. Mostly because they're the most memorable to me. I'm telling you, Lil Jacob is a one-of-a-kind character. I think the main antagonist of GTA 4, which is Dimitri, is a way better antagonist than Devin Weston from GTA 5. I think Dimitri has way more character than Devin, as Devin is just, you know, a rich prick type character, even though Dimitri is an insanely complex villain. I feel like Dimitri just has way more traits as a villain that makes him a lot more compelling than Devin from GTA 5. Overall, if I were to summarize GTA 4's story and atmosphere, it would probably be depressingly beautiful, especially the events that happen near the end of the game. Now I want to talk about the main thing about GTA 4, and that's the gameplay aspects of it, which in today's standards are pretty alright. I think the shooting in this game is fine, although it's definitely a little bit dated compared to other games today. and it certainly wasn't the best compared to other shooters that came out the same year. But all in all, I don't think it's bad. Aside from the cover shooting, which is pretty weird and sluggish, and most automatic weapons kind of feeling all the same, it's pretty much fine. I think Rockstar Games should add more recoil and kick to their guns for GTA 6 to make them feel a little bit more engaging. I really think the best thing about the shooting is the ragdoll system. The ragdolls in this game are very dynamic and are incredibly impressive, so taking down an enemy is really satisfying when you get to see the ragdolls, even though sometimes they can be really goofy like all ragdoll systems. Other than that, my favorite weapons from this game are probably the shotgun and Desert Eagle. Now I feel like the driving of GTA 4 is the most iconic thing about it. It's always kind of had a mixed reception, as it seems to focus a lot more on realism than other GTA games, such as the physics and when you crash into things. I personally enjoy it to a degree. I think it's really impressive how they made the physics and crashing for vehicles and also the motorbikes, which are much more enjoyable to me in GTA 4 than any other GTA game, even though it's kind of a death wish using one. So GTA 4 driving being realistic also meant the handling for vehicles like a Honda Civic being really bad alongside crashing, which completely stop your vehicle, just like in real life. Whereas compared to GTA 5, you'd get like a scratch. It's also much easier to recover from a crash in that game, but in GTA 4, not so much. This is basically why I think a certain group of people hate the driving of GTA 4, especially people coming from GTA 5. To me, I kind of like the driving of this game because the vehicles feel a little bit more unique and different because it's a big contrast between a terrible and good vehicle. It feels much more noticeable in GTA 4. I think I'm going to get flack for this, but I think the missions gameplay wise are much more fun and consistent in GTA 5. Mostly because GTA 5 has missions with a bunch of set pieces, such as shooting down an airplane and following it on a dirt bike. But I'm not saying all the missions in GTA 4 are bad. Free Leaf Clover is an amazing mission and everybody loves this mission. And it is one of my favorites too. And I can't really tell why. Maybe it's the shooting and also running away from the cops. But I'm more talking about there being some missions that were like, why is this even a mission? The ones I'm really talking about are the ones where you have to follow a car without trying to be noticed, which I'm really glad these missions were left in the late 2000s and early 2010s. Although most of those missions were pretty short, so it was kind of fine. And it's really the only nitpick I have with this game. I think GTA 4 has a lot of standout missions like Free Leaf Clover or Concrete Jungle with Little Jacob, but there are a ton of missions in this game that are really forgettable and I forgot even existed while playing through it again. And I guess every GTA game is going to have a bunch of forgettable missions and also some pretty bad ones. I love how one of the first few missions in this game though was the one where you go bowling with Michelle. That one was actually kind of fun because bowling is really good. I definitely think one of the most common criticisms with GTA 5 is the lack of interiors and also the lack of bowling, which GTA 4 did have. I think basic things like Cluck and Bell and Burger Shot and diners were very misfeatured, and also hot dog stands, which surprisingly these actually did serve a purpose in regaining your health when you needed to. I think I and many others missed bowling even though GTA 5 did have a bunch of mini games such as tennis. I definitely think one of the worst parts about GTA 4 is the PC port, because for my second playthrough of the game, it was actually pretty smooth, but then at certain points there would be a bunch of stutters, despite the many patches the PC port got. And it's one of these weird PC ports where at some points the game can run at 200 plus frames, then drop completely down to like 45, which to me is alright, but for a 3-year-old PC running a 17-year-old game, I should probably be getting a bit better performance. And this leads to my final problem with the PC port. The final mission with the helicopter is completely broken if you have 60 plus frames. This is especially a problem because GTA 4 doesn't really have a lot of checkpoints. And I recently saw a clip of Ned Luke, the voice actor for Michael from GTA 5, playing this mission, and I had the exact same frustrations when I played it for the first time.
Got it. Come on. Come on.
Get down here!
Oh my god, it's glitching. Okay, just so you guys know, if this thing glitches out, okay, I'm not gonna finish it because that's the glitch.
To fix this issue, you have to lock your frame rate. Problem is the vanilla version of GTA 4 doesn't have a setting to lock your frame rate, so you have to either get a mod or install software. But at that point, I'd rather just watch a cutscene on YouTube and move on. Overall, Grand Theft Auto 4, is still an amazing game today despite not having the best PC port, although it did introduce mod support. The game has a bunch of features that Rockstar Games haven't brought back unfortunately, such as climbing and being able to pick up and throw stuff. But maybe that can change with GTA 6, and I hope we get another protagonist like Nico. But to be completely honest, I think we're not going to get anything similar to GTA 4 anytime soon. GTA 6 tone-wise is probably going to be much similar to GTA 5. I genuinely think GTA 4 has something that makes it feel very unique that we'll probably never see with any new games. But anyways, it's been another Trojan video. Like and sub gay. If you want to see more content,